Right, again, here we have the triangle sum theorem, which says that the sum of the three interior angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, or the three angles in a triangle will always add to equal 180. We're going to be using that theorem to solve some problems here. Here's our first example. It says find the measure of angle C. Okay, well, I know the measure of angle C is 2x plus 8, but there's an x there, so that's not my actual simplified value of the angle. We need to find out what x is first. So we take a look and say, well, what do we know? Well, we know we have all three angles in a triangle, and we know that those angles should add to equal 180. So we know that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C should equal 180 because of the triangle sum theorem that says the three angles in a triangle should add to equal 180. So replace it with the values. So A was 5x plus 12 plus angle B is 6x plus 30 plus angle C is 2x plus 8. And again, together those should be 180. We combine our like terms, so our x's, we have a 5x, a 6x, and a 2x. So we add 5 plus 6 plus 2. That gives us 13x. Now let's combine our constants, 12, 30, and 8. So we go 12 plus 30 plus 8 gives us 50. So now we have 13x plus 50 equals 180. We want to solve this equation for x. We have a plus 50, so we subtract 50 from both sides. That gives us 13x equals 130, and we finally divide both sides by 13, and we get that x is 10. Now, double check. Did they want x? Nope, they didn't. They wanted the measure angle C, but we had to find x to go. But don't stop here. Make sure you solve the full problem. So we go back and we say, okay, here's angle C. Angle C was 2x plus 8. We now know that x is 10. So we replace our x with a 10 and we simplify. 2 times 10 is 20. And 20 plus 8 is 28. So the measure of angle C is 28. Right, here we're asked to find what is the measure of angle D. Again, we have a triangle and we know the measure of all three angles. The only problem is they each have an x in them and they're not just the measures. So first, before we can find the measure of angle D, we know it's x plus 20, but we need a numerical value without a variable. So first we have to find x. So we have to set up an equation using one of our theorems or properties from geometry. The one we're going to use here is that the three angles in a triangle add to equal 180. So the measure of angle D plus the measure of angle E plus the measure of angle F should equal 180. I'm going to replace them with their values. So D was x plus 20, E was 2x plus 14, and F is 2x minus 4. And again, those should have a sum of 180. Combine our like terms, so we have x, a 2x, and a 2x. That's 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 more is 5 x's. Then our terms, 20 plus 14 is 34, minus 4 is 30. So we have 5x plus 30 equals 180. We want to solve from here. We have plus 30, so we're going to subtract 30 from both sides. We're left with 5x equals 150, and we divide both sides by 5 to find x. Mom? Alright, now that we know the value of x, we can come back and solve our problem here. We wanted the measure of angle D. Angle D was equal to x plus 20. So angle D is x plus 20. We just solved and found out x was 30, so we can substitute that in here for x. So angle D is 30 plus 20, which gives us a sum of 50. So the measure of angle D is 50 degrees.